Hola, hola, te doy la bienvenida a Spring Spanish. Welcome to Spring Spanish. Mi nombre es Mariana. My name is Mariana, and I am one of the teachers at Spring Spanish. Tengo una pregunta. I have a question for you. Have you ever noticed that when you are talking about where something is, where you're going to, how far away something is from something else, or how close it is to something else, you're using a lot of prepositions? These are called prepositions of place. And of course they exist in Spanish as well. Actually, tengo malas noticias. I have bad news. These prepositions might seem very confusing for you as a student of Spanish because there are lots of them. But don't worry, Mariana to the rescue. In this video, I will teach you everything you need to know about prepositions of place. Therefore, you'll get them right every time you speak Spanish. Ready? Vamos! Let's keep things simple. Prepositions don't come from Mars. They're just words and phrases that provide us with specific information. In this video, we'll focus on those that relate to place and movement, also called locative prepositions. Prepositions also exist in English, and you use them sin darte cuenta, without even noticing. If you learn the chunks I'll provide you with in this video by heart, Spanish prepositions will roll off your tongue like they do in English. Chunks, as we call them at Spring Spanish, are language structures that never ever change. Therefore, it's easy to learn them without having to worry too much about grammar rules. So, which are the most common prepositions of place in Spanish? Look at this sentence. Vamos a la playa. Vamos a la playa. Let's go to the beach. In English, the preposition to is telling the other person where you want to go. To the beach. The equivalent of to in Spanish is a la playa. So, the preposition a allows us to express direction, and it may be followed by the name of a country, the name of a city, or a particular place, like the beach or the library. For example, vamos a Perú. Let's go to Peru. El próximo año iré a Montevideo. Next year, I'll travel to Montevideo. ¿Vas a la biblioteca? Are you going to the library? This preposition is also useful when giving directions. Look, para llegar al banco, da vuelta a la derecha. To reach the bank, turn right. La tienda está a la izquierda. The store is to the left.
To the left, everything you own in the box to the left.
Another preposition that allows us to express direction is hacia, which could be translated as to or towards. To understand how it works, let's go over a couple of chunks. Este camino lleva hacia la costa. This road leads to the coast. El perro vino hacia mí. The dog came towards me. Now, if you want to express where you are coming from, you should use the preposition de. For instance, you may use it to talk about your nationality. Soy de Canadá. I'm from Canada. Or simply to talk about where you were shortly before. Vengo del gimnasio. Vengo del gimnasio. I come from the gym. As I told you in my video about temporal prepositions, which you should definitely check out, prepositions may be combined to express more complex ideas. For example, el aeropuerto está cerca del hotel. The airport is close to the hotel. El aeropuerto está lejos del hotel. The airport is far from the hotel. Now you might have noticed that de turned into del in these examples. That happens whenever de appears in front of the article el. If you want to know more about articles in Spanish, you should definitely check out Maria Fernanda's video about this topic. So, to say that something is geographically near, you should accompany the preposition de by the word cerca, which means near. But if you want to express geographical distance, you should use the word lejos, which means far. Cerca de and lejos de are prepositional phrases, or simply chunks. Therefore, you may learn them by heart. Let's have a look at other examples. La pluma está debajo del sillón. The pen is under the sofa. In this case, the combination of debajo and de, which is also a prepositional phrase, may be translated as under. If translated literally, however, it would be something like under off the sofa. Obviously, that doesn't sound right, because the English word under doesn't like company. But its equivalent in Spanish needs the preposition de to actually carry the message across. This is also a chunk. So, if you learn it by heart, you'll notice it'll roll off your tongue in no time. Another set of chunks where the preposition de is involved includes detrás de, behind, and delante de, in front of. Let's go over a couple of examples. This time, I'll use some props. Te presento a, may I introduce you to, Baby Panda. El panda está detrás del libro. El panda está detrás del libro. Baby panda is behind the book. El panda está delante del libro. El panda está delante del libro. Baby panda is in front of the book. Now, let's go back to one-word prepositions to express location. Baby panda and the book will still be of use. El panda está sobre el libro. El panda está sobre el libro. The panda is above the book. El panda está sobre el libro. El panda está sobre el libro. The panda is on the book. So, sobre basically allows us to indicate that something is directly on or above something else. Therefore, it may be translated as both above and on. If you want to take it a step further and use a prepositional phrase, you could say, El panda está encima del libro. The panda is on the book. The preposition de meddles once again. This preposition is very nosy, isn't it? Be careful though. The English preposition on may also be translated as en in some cases. But if you say el panda está en el libro, the message you will convey is that it is a character in the book, or that it is a sort of taco, like that. Now, the preposition en is very useful to talk about location. Let's have a look at some examples. Me senté en la cama. I sat on the bed. Estoy en mi cuarto. I'm in my room. Vivo en Ciudad de México. I live in Mexico City. Where are you right now? Tell me in the comments below. Muy bien. Now you know the most important prepositions that will allow you to talk about location and direction. Remember, these are locative prepositions. But if you don't want to worry too much about grammar, you should not miss out on the free Spanish training you'll find on our website. You'll get free sample Spanish lessons where you'll learn everything you need to know about the chunk method I mentioned earlier. Like I said, this method will allow you to learn Spanish without having to worry too much about grammar or drills. If you're interested, just click on the link in the description box below to sign up. You should also check out our Spanish beginner videos. You'll find them all on our channel. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Adios! Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends.